I am rolling. So just to give us a thumbs up that it's okay that we're recording here. Yes, cool, dude. Yeah. So you said you're from the UK. So what do you think of it? Have you lived in the UK your whole life?
Yeah, I'm from the southeast, in a county called Essex, and I'm from a seaside town called Southend-on-Sea.
Oh, cool. And how is it?
Um,
How is that? How is your town different from like a lot of other spots in the UK?
um, I don't know how it's different, because I haven't been to that many places in the UK.
Hmm.
How's it different? I would say it's different from, say, big cities like London and Manchester, Blackpool. But it would be very similar to other seaside towns like Clacton, for example. Um, I don't know how I would say it was different. I guess if you're comparing it to a big city, it's very different for very different reasons.
What do you like about your hometown?
I live by the sea. I like being by the sea. I like walking my dog by the sea, letting her off on the beach, and playing with her.
Oh.
Um, I like going in the sea when it's summer. I like
So you're a
when it's
water
summer.
boy. Yeah, you're a water boy. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I've always liked swimming. I mean, yeah, when it's summer, we'll go in there. I like living near the big town centre, so there's lots of shops and
Hmm.
restaurants and stuff and everything around there.
What about like the big cities? What are your thoughts and opinions of like places like London? Are you drawn to them or are you happy to kind of get
So
away from it?
yeah, so I live about a 10-minute walk away from Chalkwood Station, which is a station that goes directly to Fenchurch Street, which is you get off of Fenchurch Street and then you go to like the underground. You're in London basically after
Hmm.
that. So I'm very near to London. It basically takes about 45 minutes to
Oh,
get from where I live to London.
oh my gosh. Okay.
And but I will go to London because there's so many things there that I want to see and do. But I'm not a big fan of the. If you go to like central London, there's a lot of people. It's very hectic.
Hmm.
Um, there's so much going on, and you have to constantly move because if you don't move, you'll get pushed out of the way. If you stop for 1 second, someone will push you out of the way, saying,
It's just so
um,
anxiety inducing, right? Ugh.
yeah, well, that's why pretty much if you ask most people outside of London, um, pretty much everyone outside of London hates London. But anyone that isn't from London wants to visit London.
Hmm.
But if you don't live in London, you hate London, and you only go there because you have to go there.
Yeah,
That's basically the that's basically how it is in
yeah.
the UK, really.
So, like, what are you doing now? Where you live? Are you in school? Are you working? What is your deal?
Yeah, I work for my brother-in-law. We fit kitchens and stuff. It's not that exciting. We just build kitchens for people.
That's
Not not very exciting.
yeah,
I
but you're
did
you're
do it.
pretty handy though, right? It sounds like.
Yeah, yeah. It's not an exciting job, so there's not much I can say about it in that in that way.
What is something
Um,
about? Could you say something about like about kitchens? Like, what is something that someone can maybe like a piece of advice you could offer for people if they are renovating or just like maintaining their kitchen? Like, what's something that like a tip that you could give us on how to like maintain a healthy
well,
kitchen
it's very
better?
difficult because it all depends where it depends. It really depends on so much. I would have to look. I mean, I don't have that much knowledge it's my boss, my brother-in-law, that knows a lot more than I do. I mean, it all depends on where your kitchen is based. It depends on so many things. So I can't sit here and say, "Oh, I would do this or I would do that." It just I would have to be there at the time. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah,
can't really sit there and say,
yeah,
"Oh, I would do this and do that."
absolutely. Yeah, it's a lot of it is circumstantial.
You
Absolutely.
have to look at it. You have to look. Yeah. Well, yeah, like you said, circumstantial. Yeah.
Hmm. Is there something that you like to do on your free time that kind of brings you some peace and quiet and calm in your life?
Um, Football.
Nice.
um, yeah, I support a team called Tottenham Hotspur.
Are they in the
We
Premier
don't really
League?
win Premier League. Yeah,
Hmm.
we don't win anything really, but that's not what it's about. It's just about the you go to a game and it's the feeling that you get when you go to the game, and um, they say the game is about glory, but it's not really. The game is about following your team, even though they fail every step of the way. But you still follow them,
Mm.
even though they fail. You still follow them. That is being a real, supporter.
That loyalty, totally.
That's loyalty. Yeah.
So, um, what what are some maybe a lesson or two that you've learned in life, and what is a story maybe that's attached to it?
A story I've learned in life.
A lesson you've
Well,
learned.
that's
Hmm.
quite that's a deep question.
Yeah. Hey, we do not pussyfoot around here, man. We just go for it. You're
God.
doing great too, man. Just to let you know, you're doing great.
Um, God. A question I've learned in life. Oh, okay. Not to don't trust everyone so easily. I've definitely learnt that in my life. Um, a lot of people, even family members that I felt like I could trust. It's ended up that trusting them has bitten me in the behind. Um, so I guess I mean again, it depends all on your situation. But you might think you could trust someone one day, and the next day you can't trust them because they stab you in the back,
Now,
and that's definitely happened to me.
would you mind sharing maybe a story? Is there a story attached to that? Like what happened specifically with you? Maybe not mentioning names, but just to make it a little more resonant for people watching.
Well, it's hard to say something without saying anything, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
I've had a family member sort of make up rumors about me, make up lies about me, about I'm not going to say what because I don't want to. But I've had someone make very bad lies about me that spread around, and that's not been true at all.
Mhm.
And my family have supported me because they know it's not true. I know it's not true. I don't want to say it because I don't want to go there.
No,
I don't want to get
absolutely.
into that.
No, absolutely. Yeah, totally.
So it's hard. I can't really explain it without.
Well, no, I mean
Um,
you've said a lot already. You know, when a family member who I imagine you were decently close to
who I was,
started.
yes, I was close with, and I'd someone I was close with, and I felt that I had helped quite a lot, and he had told me that I had helped him, and he basically betrayed me, I guess you could say.
Hmm.
So that's that, but that's life, and what I've experienced is so many people in life, even people that I've been friends with, will do something that you don't agree with, or maybe they'll do many things that you don't agree with, but because they're your friend, you'll accept it. But it all comes to a point where it has to stop. And yeah, I've had that a couple of times where betrayals and things some friends have done have not been acceptable, and
Mm,
maybe I've let it go in the past, and I won't let it go anymore.
mm, mm. Um, what? Yeah. I mean, why do people do that? Why do people feel the need to hurt other people? It must be a
Oh,
sense of inadequacy.
I think about it all the time. Why do people do it? Why? I just, it doesn't fathom in my head. What do you get out of it? What do you get out of making someone else's life hell?
Mm.
And I've had it done to me, and I don't get it. I don't get, why would you do it? Why would, what do you get out of doing it? Um,
What was
you
like?
can't, if you're,
Yeah, I'm sorry.
sorry, no, it all went funny there. Carry on.
Well, I was going to ask you. So after this had happened, like what were some things that you did to help you move through it and to learn from it and to move on?
My family that were involved in it, um, who are near me, who live with me, um, were really supportive, and that's how I got through it. They were really supportive, and we spoke about it. We went through it. We found out that what this person was saying was not true. They were basically shit stirring, um, and we moved on as a family and as a unit.
Mm.
And that's important as well when you're, if you're, whether you're with your mum and dad, whoever you live with, you have to be a unit. You have to be one in some way. Of course, you all have your separate
Lives.
personalities
Yeah.
and separate lives, but you have to come together as one, especially when you're family. So you have to come together as one, and
Hmm.
say, well, whatever happens, we're going to be here together, and we're gonna face this together.
Hmm.
So it has to be like
Support.
that. If it's not
Yeah.
like that, then there's something wrong. You're not really together, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, what do you think is something that like in your life, like where do you think, what is something that you're working on now, like in terms of just your consciousness, like what is something that's difficult for you that you're working through or like trying to improve on, or what's on your mind lately in terms of all of that, if anything?
Um, I guess myself. I'm trying to improve on myself. Um, I don't always find it easy being myself. Um, I do suffer a lot from anxiety and depression, and I've found a lot of people don't really understand that. They don't understand really what you go through. Only you understand what you go through, and I really understand that now. And if I hear from someone else, if they say something or they're experiencing something that I can't understand, I know that it's important to just understand that you don't understand, but
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
you still need to give empathy
Mm.
for something that you don't understand. Um, I guess in terms of talking about myself, I mean, there's a lot I want to improve on myself. Um, I guess there's things in my life where someone will say to me, "Oh, shall we do this?" Or Mark, do you want to? Mark's my name, by the way.
Hi,
They'll say,
Mark.
"Oh, do you want to?" They'll say, "Are you Mark?"
Oh no, no, I'm
They'll say,
Kenny. My name
"Oh,
is Kenny. Yeah,
you're
no,
Kenny, I'm Mark."
I just said hi, Mark. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. I thought you said I'm Mark.
No.
But yeah, people say, "Oh, Mark, do this, or come with me and do this and do that," and I always say no, and I always reject it. So that's part of my personality that I want to kind of improve.
Hmm. So
That I will
so
say
so
yes to more things. I
yeah.
will say yes to more things
So
than
what is it about? Why do you think you say no?
a lot because of my anxiety. Really, that's it.
Hmm. Yeah. Isn't that crazy? Just like and this pandemic too, it's just been so strange because I was just talking to my roommate about this. Like before, everyone wanted to be out and about, and now,
Yeah.
it's just like nice to now it's nice to just be able to sit at home and not have to go out. Like there's less
Well,
pressure.
I enjoyed it for quite a while because I'm a bit of a hermit. So,
Hmm.
so I kind of enjoyed it. Well, I not that I enjoyed it, but I didn't notice it. I didn't. People thinking, oh, I go out every day or every week or whatever. I go out and see my friends. Well, I'm not like that, so I didn't really notice it. Um, so it was kind of different for me. But after you see, you watch the news, you watch the TV, and you see everything else, and after kind of what is it, 2 years now or something
Oh no,
of this
it's just
virus and everything.
it's been a year or so, almost coming up on a year. Yeah,
Yeah,
crazy.
it's felt like a long time, and we've had a lot of lockdowns and stuff. I mean, in England, we're in a lockdown right now,
Hmm.
and I think it's going to end in like a month.
Yeah, what do you think's going to happen with all of this? Like, do you think things are going to go back to normal? Like,
Well, we had a lockdown a few months ago. And sorry, we had sorry, the lockdown ended a few months. When was it? Last summer, last sort of July, June, sort of. I can't remember exactly when it was. The We were in lockdown, and the lockdown got ended. So we were allowed to go out. We were allowed to go out to pubs and bars and
anything?
wherever.
Yeah.
Right, and yeah, and that was really good. And then and then it just all went back into lockdown again. So, what was your original question? Sorry.
Oh, I was just asking, like, what do you think is going to end up happening? With after people are vaccinated, and I mean, will things go back to normal? Are we gonna
It all
can
depends on. It really just depends on country to country, though. Every country is different.
well
In
in the
my country,
UK? Yeah, what do you think will happen in the UK?
yeah, I think. I mean, they've said that I think it's May 23rd. The the lockdown's going to partially end, where people will be allowed back in stadiums, and then I think in June, sometime in June, the whole lockdown's going to end.
Uh,
But then again, it kind of depends on what's going on
yeah, another
at
strain
the
could pop
time.
up. Yeah,
Oh,
absolutely.
we've heard the same thing over and over again. Oh, this will happen at this time. This will happen at that time, and then it all changes.
What are some what are some things that you think what are some things that you really want to see change in your country? If you were like the prime
Mike,
minister. Hmm.
So we have a like the welfare system. It's called benefits. If you're on welfare, you have benefits, but there's so many problems with it. You, well, what I would do is I would change. So basically, if you say you are ill or something, you're ill or disabled in some way, and you claim benefits or welfare, same thing, and you have to go to a place called the job centre. This building. You go there and you meet someone that basically reviews you. They what's the word? Not review. You know what I mean? They sort of interview you
Yeah,
and
kind of maybe like audit
they
you. Yeah.
decide. Yeah, they decide whether you're whether you actually deserve the welfare or if you're lying, sort of thing, basically. Um, and I would say, but with these people, they're not medical trained at all.
Mm.
If I was prime minister, I would say, well, you should have medical people in these positions. So when you come in, it's actually a medical, like a doctor or someone in the medical
Mm.
position to say, well, because especially with mental health, so many people in this country with mental health are being denied welfare, so they have nothing, and we're seeing it over and over again. People that are ending their lives
Mm.
because of it.
Mm.
And we see it time and time again, or people that are on benefits and they get their benefits shortened. They get their benefits. What's the
Yeah.
word?
Yeah. Rescinded or decreased or something.
Rescinded, right?
Yeah.
Or put down. Say they have on 200 a month, they get put down on 100 a month. And even on, if you're on like a high benefits a month, it's not a lot. And if you and people are losing it, and they get put on like a really small amount, and they can't. People have got children,
Yeah.
and then you've got people that are living in sheds, living in places, and then they have the council come and say, "Well, we can't live there," so they chuck them out, and they're on the street. I see people on the street. I talk to them, and they say, "Well, I can't get benefits because I'm on the street." You need a house. You have to have an address. Most of the people on the street have no address, because all their family don't want to know them, or they're dead, or they're somewhere else. So that's why they're on the street. But you can't get any welfare unless you have an address.
Mm.
And then when it comes to disabled, um, the disabled benefit has been cut by a lot. I don't know how much because I'm not disabled and I don't claim it, but I know that it's been cut by a lot. For example, in the 2012 London Olympics, we have a what are they called, an NMP called what's his name? You know what? I can't think of his name now.
That's okay.
George something. George something. Oh, God,
That's
so
okay. It's
hard.
okay. That's okay.
I know his name. I can't think of it. You know what it's like.
Hmm.
Um, he was really high up in the Conservative government in like 2010 to 2017, 16, and in the 2012 Olympics, London Olympics, he was out. I don't know whether he was given a medal or something. I don't know, but he got booed by the whole crowd because he reduced the money on disabled wheelchair people.
So is this the same party as Boris Johnson?
Yeah, Conservative Party. Yeah,
How why was it that Boris Johnson was elected again? Or
So there was a guy called Jeremy Hunt and Boris Johnson, and they basically went head to head. They had like what do you call them, like debates. People would watch them, and they'd have debates, and then they had all these debates, and then they had a vote.
But why do you think why do you think the country like went back to conservatism? If like what in your country do you think is bringing
Oh
people
no,
back to vote
not
for conservatives?
well, no, not well. From Boris Johnson, it was already conservative when Boris Johnson came in.
Oh, he was.
Yeah, it was already conservative.
Oh,
It's been right. It's
I see.
been conservative since 2010.
Wow. I
Before 2010, you had Tony Blair.
that's
Tony
right.
Blair was a Labour. You had from 1997 to 2010, you had Labour, and
Hmm.
then from 2010 to now, you've had Conservative.
So like have conservatives helped to do anything helpful you think in the country?
You know what? They must have, but I'm no
Yeah,
expert
it's
at all.
yeah, I see.
I can't say. I really can't say. I just don't know. I
I
can't
wonder
sit
if
here and say, oh, they've done this or they've.
I know Jeremy Corbyn was is one of the labor
He was
guys.
hated though. Yeah,
Hmm.
basically when he ran, he ran against Theresa May, and he had like the lowest, or the Conservatives had the highest vote they'd had since like 1945.
Oh my gosh. Wow. That's huge. Um let's see. What are some let's okay, I have some questions here that I know what I
Are
want
we
to
still
ask you.
recording now?
Yeah, oh yeah, we're still recording. Yeah, I
Yeah.
just what I do is I post my my videos up and they're completely unedited. So like people will watch the entire conversation. It's just long form. But one of my roommates is like laughing and I'm distracted by her. Um,
So you
yeah.
upload everything you do and just completely unedited.
Yep.
Right.
Unless
Well,
someone
yeah, I
is like
appreciate that. No, I appreciate that.
yeah,
I
that
appreciate that.
yeah, that way it's I mean, it's not like
It's real.
clickbaity.
It's
Yeah, it's
real.
exactly. That's what I care about, you know. I care about your story unedited, you know. That way people can take what they can from your story and your energy and your aura in whatever way you're giving it off, you know. And it's not I'm just here to help draw draw you draw you out, you know what I mean? And you know, and I just want to mention too that like it's just so clear to me how much you care about this stuff, how much you care about certainly you know benefits and homelessness and
Yeah.
I you know that's very admirable and I commend you
Yeah,
for bringing it up.
I belong to a local homeless I don't know what you would call it, club. Well, it's a church. It's a church-based thing. I was brought up Catholic, so I guess I'm still Catholic because you never really lose it, do you?
No, you don't. I'm Catholic too. I get you get that
You're
Catholic
Catholic too.
guilt. You get that Catholic guilt your whole life.
You never lose it, do you? You never lose it.
No.
You're always Catholic. To the day you die, you're Catholic, and that's it.
Do you want to get out of it? Do you actually want to get out of it at all?
No, well, like I was baptized. I was had my first communion, and but I never got confirmed. Do you have confirmed in America?
Yes. Uh huh. The confirmation. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
confirmation. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I never had it, but I'm still everyone. I'm still Catholic. Everyone. I'm still looked at. I'm still Catholic.
That's
I still
interesting.
go to all the Catholic baptisms, and I don't know. I guess you know when like people say like they're Jewish.
Yeah, it's
People
like
say, "Oh, I'm Jewish." They're not religious. I'm not religious.
I
Well, they
see.
say, "Well, I'm not religious, but I'm Jewish. I'm still Jewish." Well, when you're Catholic, it's kind of similar, I guess.
So yeah, well,
It might.
let me ask you more about that. So like, what about you when you say you're Catholic? Like, what do you mean when you say you're Catholic? Like, what do you mean by that? How are you Catholic? In what way?
Uh, so I was born and I was baptized Catholic, and then I was brought up in a Catholic primary school. So in England, we have primary school and we have secondary school. It's more simple than America. In America, what do you have in America? Middle school and all this and that.
yeah, yeah. Well, it sounds similar. So like, I also did the same kind of journey because I went to Catholic school. I went to Catholic mass. My mom was the cantor in church for like the first 18 years of my life. I went to church like almost every Sunday, and I grew up. I went to like a Catholic elementary school and middle school up until eighth grade, until I was like 13. But after I was confirmed, like when I was 14, I kind of started drifting away from it because I don't know, I just did not like it just felt like so much doctrine. It just felt like I don't know, it just felt a lot of things just felt so forced upon me from that tradition.
Yeah,
Did you feel that too?
yeah. I. So in England, we have primary school and secondary school. So it's just two schools, and that's it. Um, you have reception, and then you have one year to six. Then after six, you go up to secondary school. Then you start at seven, and then it's 7 to 11,
Ah.
and then after 11, you end. So, um, and yeah, I mean, yeah, in the primary school, it was all so like we always have masses. We have mass, don't you? You know about all this shit. Uh, you have masses. We have to go mass all the time. It was a Catholic school. You have to go mass. You have to do this and that, and do that, and whatever. You take the bread. You take the bread in the mouth. And you know what? When I first took the bread, I thought it was going to be something a little bit better than what it was. I thought, I actually thought it was going to taste a little bit better, but it would just taste like wafer,
Hey, that's the body
isn't
of
it?
Jesus. All right? Be grateful. Be grateful.
Oh, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful.
Dude, I don't eat that. Yeah. Dude, I don't eat I don't like whenever I go to church now with my family whenever I go. I don't go up for communion because I don't believe that that's the body of Christ. I do not believe it. And so
Exactly.
if I go up there, that would almost be a lie. That would be like me buying into the lie of that, and I just can't do that. So
Yeah.
my grandma looks at me like, oh, but
Oh, I've said to my nan so many times. I've said, well, I'll point out things, about I guess Earth, the way the Earth was created, and everything. She doesn't quite get it. But if I go into church with her, like sometimes I'll go on Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve in England. I don't know if do you have that there? If you go on church on Christmas Eve, and you have like a nativity play. Do you have
Mhm.
that?
Not a nativity play, but I mean, there's a nice little ceremony.
All the little kids, all the little kids are wearing like towels on their head, and you've got one kid that's Joseph. You've got one that's Mary. Yeah,
And then like Mary gives birth, like they have like a very graphic
yeah,
scene of a little child giving birth to a little baby.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Mary's. You wonder if Mary went through like a very intense labor, like giving birth to the Son of God. Like you wonder if he just slipped out or if it was
It can't have been normal. It can't. It cannot have been normal, can it?
no, like he just
You don't just. You
like
don't.
rolls
You
out.
don't. You don't just give birth to the Son of God, do you? You've got to have a bit of pain for that. It's got to be something there, isn't it? Hey, bit of a bit of a poke, something at least.
Yeah. Yeah, he like tries to come out of her belly. She's like, "No, go out that way. Go towards the
Yeah.
light."
My sister's actually pregnant right now. She's heavily pregnant. She's about to burst
Uh-oh.
like any day now.
Oh my
And
gosh, so you're going to
I
be an
always make
uncle.
jokes to her. Oh, yeah, I know. I'm really excited about it. I always make jokes to her. I say, oh, I'm not quite ready for the book. Can you? I say, I want the baby right now. I say, can you crack on with it? Can you crack on with the baby right now? Just pop it out. Can't be asked to wait anymore.
Just
Just
like
pop
try to
out with that
like push
baby.
the just like push
Yeah,
her belly down, just like try to
yeah. Just do me a
uh,
favour and give me the bloody baby, for God's sake. Give me a bloody baby.
do one of
I'm
my
sat here. I'm sat here through all. I'm sat here through lockdown. I'm waiting for this damn baby to be born.
do one of
Just
my
give me the damn baby.
one of my friends is I think the term is an obstetrician, right? Like the when you deliver the baby and they're there. And one of my friends, he's a doctor and he was like doing this cycle of where he had to be
Mm.
that. And he said that the babies just fly out. That it's like catching a football. The babies like fly out so fast after they've crowned and after they pop out. It's just like, wow, you know, crazy.
Yeah.
Could never imagine. Would not want that job.
Well, I remember when I was in school and seeing some videos of birth. It's not nice, is it? I mean, you're seeing some really nasty stuff. A lot of blood. Um, but no one tells you about that, apart from maybe your teacher. Did your teacher tell you anything about that?
No, but we did watch one of those videos where a woman gives birth and she like is crowning and it. I mean, we were all like in eighth grade. We're like, what is going? Why? Why? It was all like an
Yeah.
abstinence thing, you
Yeah.
know, like if you have sex, this is going to happen to you, kind of a scare.
Yeah.
Um, well, I guess I have another question here that I'd be interested in hearing is what advice would you give your
One thing
form?
can.
Oh yeah, please.
Sorry. I need to go downstairs for a second.
Hmm.
Yeah. If you can, do you want to carry on, or do you want to wait for me, or?
Yeah, you can run, and I'll keep it running, and I'll just monologue for a little bit while you run downstairs.
Yeah, I'm just a bit worried about what's going on with this. I don't know what's going on with this recording, or I
That's
guess you
fine.
can cut it up and that. Can you cut it up?
Oh no, that's fine. You go run. You go do what you need to do, and I'll just chill here for a second, and it'll stay recording. I'll just monologue, which is fine. I'll just.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be here.
Yeah, I just don't want to be a dick about it, you know.
Don't think. No, no. You won't. You're not a dick. Don't worry.
Cheers.
You're okay. You're good.
All
Do
right.
what you need to do.
Cheers.
Can you hear me? I don't think he can hear me. Okay. Interesting. So far, let's see. What I want to ask him next is, what advice would you give your former self? You know, knowing what you know now. Um, I just, I also want to commend him too on like his vulnerability because it seems like I don't know. Seems like he cares a lot about things and he's very sensitive to what's going on around him. Uh, yeah, the UK, the Conservative Party. I mean, I don't really have much. Oh, well, I guess to the people watching, today I got in my first car accident. Great. March 2nd, 2021, baby. Yeah, first car accident. I was driving, so like I was coming down this way, and the car pulled out from a lane. Like there were like a bunch of cars in this lane, and this car just like pulled out, and I like swerved and scuffed the car like that, and so we both like ended like that, and called the police. They didn't really want to call the police because they were like, "Oh, it's a minor scratch. This is nothing. Like, you sure? Are you good? Are you okay? Yeah, this is a minor scratch." I was like, "No, I want to call the police," and they were like, "Oh, well, this isn't our car. We're borrowing this car." I was like, "Wait a second. Wait a second. You're just gonna walk away and say, uh, yeah, you're just gonna walk away and the car's not even yours, like kind of not appropriate." But there was really, I mean, they pulled out and I was right there, and I mean, the front of my car hit their car, but there was really nothing that I could do. So, yeah, but they were very nice, and no one was hurt. And I made sure to kind of get on it and everything. So, I mean, that's what happened with my day. We also had a business class uh, for the acting industry, which I know a lot about. I know a decent amount, more than some of the people in my class. And yeah, I was enjoying that class because I felt like I knew what was going on. And I recounted my story of the Pearl Theater, where I like what my strategy was towards getting to where I got. And fortunately, the theater closed down, and I wished very much that I was still a part of that community. But yeah, that was that was what I did today. Tonight is also Chris Blonsky's birthday, so I'm gonna go to Zingali's and grab a beer. I need to leave soon, actually, because I promised him I'd be there at 8 or a little after 8. Right now it's 7:51 p.m. And I think over in the UK it's like 1 a.m. there. Oh, here he is. Yay. Yay.
Hey.
All right, he's back. He is back and better than ever. Mm, okay. What's going on?
Right. Downstairs.
Okay. We're on the move. I see. What's going on here?
There in a minute.
Oh, I see. You're going downstairs. I see.
Yeah.
I see. So I really only have about 10 minutes left at most, so I'm going to do some like rapid fire questions with you
Okay.
once you hit like a stable spot. Can you hear me? Oh, you froze. This is going to end badly. This is going to end. He's going to disconnect by accident, I think. Oh, come on. What trying to finish this off nicely. Yeah, this is not going to end well. It may have already ended. Okay, I'm going to wait 2 more minutes and let's see if it comes back. I've lost your audio here. I forget what your name is. Mark? Matt? Mark or Matt? One of the two. Okay. Well, well, well. Come on. I should have just said, like, no, stop. Oh. Low. I can't hear you. Oh my goodness, my roommates. What's going on? All right, I have to get going. Okie dokie. Well, shoot me an email if you want to finish up talking. And to everyone else out there who's watching, thank you so much for coming and supporting. And yeah, really care about you. Uh, and thank you for giving your time and listening and learning. It's what this world needs. It's what the world needs. Okay. All right, guys. See you later.